Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Gainesville Gravelicious Weekend edition of Spin Street Chat. We'll make this one super brief, and it applies to all of our Memorial Day weekend events that we have lined up from the same location and basically on the same routes. But we're definitely speaking specifically to Saturday morning racing at the moment, just to get the ball rolling. But the same generalities of the routes and where the water tables are and parking and restroom and all that will apply for the full weekend. As the other events for the weekend roll out, we'll probably send emails specifically to those participants. Again, Saturday morning is our race morning. A Sunday evening, we'll have a casual group ride for a Sunday night ride. And then Monday is kind of a run on your own schedule sort of thing, but we will have a group start time as well. First off, I just want to remind everyone how to access the routes. Once you have registered for the event, you go back to the sign up page. You scroll down past the event signups. You scroll down past the description and our list of partners and sponsors. And then just below the sponsors and partners, there is a link for routes. You click on that and it will take you to the Ride with GPS events library for this weekend and the 2021 Gravelicious. And we have a 22-mile beginner route, a 32-mile route, 45-mile route, 64-mile route, and 100-mile route. All of the routes were verified today, and most are marked that are going to be marked. The shorter 22 and 32, I still need to finish those up, but I'll go out in front of those riders and finish marking that in the morning. We did have some changes to the route. So if you downloaded the routes prior to 6 p.m. today, Friday, you'll want to delete that and download the latest versions of the routes. There definitely was some high water and mud issues, basically in the spots that I knew had the potential to be troublesome. Nothing that was completely unexpected, but to be perfectly honest, the water was higher than I would have expected, and the mud was muddier than I would have expected. With the reroutes, there is no mud on the route except for the 45-mile and longers. There's a very short stretch of about 20 feet as you go into Gainesville proper. That's a little bit muddy. Outside of that, everything else is in really good shape with the amended routes. We'll do the show all on the map just to show everyone that how they all kind of work together. We are doing it a little bit differently this time. Our 32 and 20, or excuse me, our 33, 32 is down to, it got abridged a little bit with the change. The 32 and 22 are going to kind of stay up in this little corner here without crossing 82 or I-35. But they do still use a good bit of the same primary beginning of the route as the others. The 45 cuts off this little loop up here and then crosses 82 into Lindsay. And the 45, 64, and 100 go through Myra. The 45 takes this green cut off here. The 64 cuts over here above Era. And the 100 miler now goes down below Era. We had it going further west originally, but there's a couple of high water crossings or low water crossings with high water right now that are impassable. So we're not going to send bikes through there. We're going to do a quick glance of, this is the 22-mile route that's loaded, but this is for the staging area, and it applies to everyone. It applies to the full weekend. So this is the old Outlets Mall in Gainesville, and this is where we're staging from. We've done an event here before where we had this whole back parking lot. That is all fenced off and gated off now, so we don't have access to this. So we will be in the front parking area next to the access road, next to I-35. And we're going to be in the southernmost parking area. It's right by the movie theater, and there's also an RV camp. So if you want, it's $20 per night. They have full hookups. Really nice camping there. We've camped there before. And this southern parking area, that's where we're parking, and that's where we're staging from, and that's where our restrooms are as well. And that will be the finishing area as well. Basically, this is Cracker Barrel here. There's a Hampton Inn here. You'll just do the side road that goes beside the Hampton Inn, behind it and the Cracker Barrel, and then you're on the main driveway into the Outlets Mall. It is a shut down Outlets Mall, so there's no activity there except for us and the RV campers that come in and out. We do have a single porta-john for the weekend here. I did not check on it specifically today. It's supposed to be up at the north end of the parking lot. Not sure exactly how we're going to set up the timing arch and everything right now. We'll have that figured out in the morning. But this is our parking at the old Factory Outlets Mall in Gainesville, the southernmost parking lot down by the movie theater. So do a quick overview of each of the routes. This is the updated 100 miler, taking out the mud and the high rushing water. It sorts out to, I'm not sure why it's double dipping us there, but it sorts out to, what is it, 100, just right at 100 miles now, I think, 101 miles. You will have a water table that's shared with the 45 and the 64 milers, about mile 26. About mile 42, there's a convenience store in Era. About mile 55, another water table that's shared with the other routes. And about mile 76, another convenience store in Callisburg. If I remember correctly, that does shut down early on Saturdays. I want to say 2 or 3 o'clock. So if you're thinking you might be rolling in there late for some reason, be aware of that. So that's the 100 miler right there. The 100 miler should be the only route we have that actually goes by stores directly. The 45 and the 64, well, we'll show you that right now. And actually, the 64 has now become a 63 miler with the changes that we had to make to keep folks out of the mud and the high water. So have that same water table outside of Myra, about mile 26. And another one about mile 47. Now, when you cross 82 here in Lindsay, see if we can zoom in a little bit. It's not directly on the route, but that's about 20 miles in. There are there's at least one convenience store down here by the barbecue and Dieter Brothers restaurant. There is a convenience store in Lindsay. They're about 20 miles in. But for the 64 miler, that will be your only proper store you go by along the route. 45 miler. So the 45 miler does cut off this upper loop, like I said. So it does get to that same water table, but it's about mile 16 and a half for you there, and about mile 30 for the second water table. And also the 45 miler also crosses at Lindsay as well. The 33 miler, there will be a water table on this route for both the 33 and the 22 miler. I'm not exactly sure where it will be at the moment. More than likely, probably somewhere around here, most likely. Probably around mile 24, 23 and a half for the 33 miler. We'll have a water table there for you. And go back to the 22 miler, put you guys on the map. So it'll probably be around mile 13 or 14 for the 22 miler where we put that water table. Could possibly be as far as 15. We may put it out actually at this corner here by the paved road. That might be the easiest way to get to it. Anyway, that's where the water tables will be. Hopefully everyone saw where the staging will be. If generally speaking, just plan to arrive about 30 minutes before your start time, and we'll be able to get you checked in, get your numbers assigned to you. We'll do a quick racers meeting about 10 minutes before your start time, answer any questions at that time. Like I said, the routes are marked as of today. Uh, we do highly encourage everyone to download the routes and have them on a navigation device, though. This route probably spends more miles closer to towns and houses and stuff like that. So there will be more people seeing our arrows. Uh, we'll be double checking them each day and replacing lost arrows. But what was put up this afternoon, I won't be able to check on before the race starts tomorrow, Saturday morning. So we highly encourage you to have the routes downloaded. Hopefully, I covered everything important. Kind of feeling a little spent at the moment myself. The reroutes today had me running all over the place just to make sure that you guys were covered and safe. We'll see everyone in the morning. Going to go ahead and check out now.